Hello everybody, it's Toy Reaper here, and today is a special day because I have, at the time of this recording, I have 99 subscribers, and you ain't one. But you should be! Um, no, I almost have 100 subscribers, so I wanted to go ahead and work on a 100 subscriber special. Just something special to, like, for my appreciation for y'all and y'all being a part of the channel and supporting me. The crazy thing is whenever I started doing YouTube, I mostly just did it because like I was by myself a lot, so it felt like somebody that I was talking to and getting to play Minecraft while I did it. Um, and I never really thought that I would get more than 15 or 20 subscribers. So the fact that I'm at 99 right now is mind blowing. And I want to thank each and every one of y'all. And if you're not subscribed, be sure to do it. I read and reply to every comment. If you have any ideas, I will do everything that I can to make it happen or find you someone who can. Um, but yeah, today we're going to be doing a giant Rube Goldberg machine. For those of you who don't know, that's a giant machine that's overly complicated to do something that's extremely simple. I'm sure you've seen videos of it on Facebook, YouTube. These people that'll like drop a marble and it goes through this crazy track, knocks over dominoes and sets off a remote control card and flips an ironing board and then a bowling ball rolls and it does all this to flip a light switch. Yeah, it's gonna be something kind of like that. Um, I have no plan, never done anything like this before. We're just gonna wing it. I'm gonna check in every now and then and just give you a little bit of progress update, and then we will have the grand finale when it is over with. So, I'm gonna get to work. We're gonna do, and maybe it's not it. We're gonna make a super smelter. You can see here we've got our two furnaces, we've got our fuel input chests here, and then we've got our input to be cooked. That's not even in the right place. So we're off to a great start. I can't deal. This is gonna be a long video. Oh god. Yep, super smelter. Here we go. Alright, as I said, super smelter. Got the fuel inputs over here, and then you get your whatever to be smelted up here on the top, which goes into hoppers, which goes into the top of the furnace because that's how furnace and hoppers interact with each other. God. Alright, so I'm thinking, which can be dangerous, but I'm thinking. At the back here, we're gonna have comparator reading when this chest has stuff in it. And then we can gonna have a, let's see, we're just gonna use as much redstone stuff as we can here, so let's start off with a dropper. Alright, so now we can connect these tripwires. So now, if this dropper has an item in it, then that should activate this tripwire hook, I believe. Aha! That's perfect. Alright, so then the next thing we have is we've got this going into a dispenser, which is going to dispense out water, which these observers are going to read when that turns into concrete, in theory, or so it's supposed to, and we shall see. So let's test this. Just throw chicken in there. And oh my lord. That happens, that goes out. Each of them go off. Amazing. Alright, so while we've got this water coming out, converting the concrete powder, we've got a dropper on top of the dispenser that's going to drop an item out that's going to work its way down, hopefully at around the same speed as these, but it's going to go in this hopper, which is going to turn off this redstone torch, which is going to let this little hopper clock go, which is going to shoot arrows, which is going to go up, and eventually it will hit this target block, which will then bring the redstone on from there. So let's see what else we can do. I'm trying to make a functional super smelter while using as many different redstone things as I can. So let's see what we can come up with next. Daylight sensor over here. As you can see, since this daylight sensor has a block above it, its power level is lower than this one that doesn't have anything above it. So this comparator is off, but once this block is gone, that comparator will turn on again. So that's what we're going to use to bring this on to our next section. Alright, so now we've got the little daylight trick I showed you. Once that target block gets hit with an arrow, then it's going to come up here. That will trigger this. This piston will push out. The zombie will have a block in front of him instead of a fence. And then he'll be able to pathfind to this villager over here. And then we're going to put a pressure plate in there. The thing that I find weird about this is that, like, he can't pathfind here, but you can jump on the block and walk over. Like, easy. But, yeah, you know, pathfinding. So that's going to be the next thing that we use. So I'm going to get us a pressure plate put over here. And we're going to use this to move on to our next section. I'll put it right there. Alright, I've got the next part set up. Whenever he's going to go over this pressure plate, this is going to shoot an item into this hopper, which will power this piston, which will turn on a piston feed tape, which has one solid block and the rest glass. So once this solid block makes its way over to this corner, it'll get powered, and it'll send power through the redstone repeater there on to our next part of the system. You know, I have been just doing random redstone things and just trying to make this interesting and just add a whole bunch of useless stuff to it, and I just remembered at some point I have to bring this back around to actually activate our super smelter, because there are redstone torches underneath here that are actually locking the hoppers. So at some point I have to actually bring this around to turn these off. So yeah, but we're gonna find some unique way to do this. But that's where we're at so far. So just a little recap. We've got items get put into the chest, which drops an item, which sets off a tripwire hook, which launches water, which sets off these observers when these turn to concrete. There's an item that's going to be flowing down the water that goes in the hopper, which activates a hopper clock, which shoots arrows, and an arrow is going to hit the target block, which is going to power the repeater, which will turn off this redstone torch, which pulls this item back, which lets this daylight sensor power this piston, allowing the zombie to pathfind to get to the villager, jumping over the block, setting off the pressure plate, putting an item into the hopper again, activating a piston feed tape, which this block will get to the torch, will then power this repeater, and then I guess I should do the and then? Because right now I don't know. And then something happens, and eventually we're going to cook food. So, let's do it! Well, I wasn't trying to test it, but for what it's worth, it does work. A pig. A pig was wandering around and wandered into my tripwires. So, maybe I should just turn that off for now. Oh, this is exactly why I didn't want to test it, because now I have to go through and basically reset everything. Well, while I do that, I will show you that onto the end of this I have added it's like an item elevator, but it's sideways. But it's going to have a chicken spawn egg in it. That's going to spawn a chicken. Going to bring it down here. And then eventually, it's going to wander over onto that pressure plate where it's getting burnt in lava. This slab's going to push out, break the pressure plate, and then it's going to drop into the hopper, going into the barrel, activating this, which is then going to make these droppers up here throw carrots out. So a villager that I'm going to have trapped over here is going to pathfind to it, setting off the string on the observers, causing a T flip-flop, which then makes all these redstone torches flip, which then actually activates the super smelter. But I have to reset everything, so just give me a moment. Alright, so we've got everything set up now. Everything is fixed, everything is ready. The only thing left to do is put the string on it and put an item up here to prime it. And you know what? Since Mr. Piggy here liked to set this thing off so much, why don't we go ahead and give him the honors of doing so? Then we're just gonna come down here, put the string in, and now we are ready to give this thing a go. And I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm really nervous. Really nervous because I've only really got one go at this, or I have to reset all of it up again. So I'm really, really hoping this works first try. Oh dear. Oh my. But let's just give it a shot then, shall we? Whew. Number 4. We're using our super smelter. Okay, so I've reset it already a couple times, and each time I try to play it off like it was the first time. But no, I'm gonna have clips of them going wrong before. But the first time, I didn't put an item in there. The second time, I didn't have a comparator behind the barrel. The third time, I didn't reset the slab in here so the chicken was over here and it wouldn't walk on top of the slab. So, this time, we're gonna cook 2 stacks of rabbits. We're gonna do it. I can't do this anymore. Come on, 2 stacks of rabbits, and go. Item falls, hits the tripwire, water comes out, fireworks go off, item goes into the hopper, clock goes off, shooting arrows, hits the target, zombies free, hits the pressure plate, piston feed tape goes off, goes over here, triggers the items to move, here comes the chicken. Chicken burns. That breaks. The chicken just got launched through the blocks. And the pressure plate didn't go in the... You know what? No, I'm not. No, just throw the lead in there. There's carrots, you're free. Go get the carrots. Just go get the carrots. The carrots hit it. The carrots hit the tripwire hook. God. We have a super smelter. We're smelting rabbit. We're celebrating. We're celebrating you guys. This is what my brain feels like. Just explosions. Explosions. For the record though, it worked. He came over here and picked up the carrots. Just so you know, it worked. The whole thing, it worked. Oh my lord. And look, we're getting rabbits. Oh my gracious. Well guys, I really hope you enjoyed it. I had a ton of fun making this. I had a blast. This was so much just random redstone stuff. It wasn't about making it compact. It wasn't about what made sense. It was about what is the most around, like, out of the way that I can do something that makes the, like, least amount of sense. We did it. We made it the super smelter. I should have known we were off to a bad start whenever I put the hoppers going into the back of the furnaces instead of the top. Oh, man. Well, guys, I really had a lot of fun doing this. If you enjoyed it even half as much as I did, please leave a like on this video. If you want to keep checking out the channel, be sure to subscribe. We just hit 100 if you're watching this. Yeah. I don't take this too seriously. I'm not in it for the money. I want you to subscribe because I want us to have fun. I want to have a community that I can talk to and get ideas from. So yeah. Just thanks for watching. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to check out what I'm doing. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Just do it. Item drop, that went off, it going out, shooting off fireworks, the items coming down, the villagers didn't die. Arrows are going off, it hit the target block. Zombies going for the villager. Set that. Oh god. Here comes the piston feed tape. That set that off. There comes the chicken. Okay, good. It slows down for a minute. Oh, don't look at me. Go over there. There we go. Boom. That went off. No, I didn't put a comparator here. No. 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 Oh my god. We gotta do it again. Oh. Okay. Raw rabbits, go. I have dropped that set off. These are going off. Fireworks. Arrows should start shooting. No! I didn't put the item back. Do it. And go! Item drops. That set off. Water comes out. Fireworks. Item going down. Goes in the hopper. Arrows shoot. Will hit the target block. Pulls back. Zombies free. Hits the pressure plate. Piston feed tape goes off. Got a chicken falling. Come on. To the lava. Go! Go!